Hello, people, how are you?
Hello, Facebook. How are you?
My name is Jody. This is Junior.
Hi. So this is Sourena Segi, and I'm Jamila Doolin.
I'm good.
I'm sorry?
I'm good.
Yeah. So Sourena is the speaker who can't speak and the writer who can't write. And me, well, I'm Jamila Doolin, and I kind of help him bring his message to life. And right now I have a really bad hair thing going on.
My God is very murder. I have you guys.
Yeah, so Sourena's thing is to inspire you, to motivate you, and really just to help you achieve your goals. Yeah, so today the whole thing is about kind of planning your goals and just kind of making that plan to help you get to where you want to be so you can achieve the goals you want to achieve and live the life you want.
And then we're going to improve that.
And more specifically, we're going to talk about that imperfect plan. Right, because really, when we get serious about it, we'll just tell the truth here. Life and achieving your goals simply aren't perfect. It just doesn't go the way we plan for it to so many times.
So why would your plan be perfect?
Why would your plan be perfect? Life isn't perfect, so why is it that you would think your plan would be perfect?
It's not, but it's inevitably as your plan needs room to breathe.
Right. And so because your plan isn't going to be perfect and life isn't perfect, you need to make sure that you have space in this plan to, as Sourena says, breathe.
Yeah.
So there's some examples to go along and help you kind of get what it is Sourena is expressing. Hey, I don't know who you are out there, but thank you so much for watching. We're talking about imperfect plans today because, as we know, so often we have a plan for reaching our goals, but that plan just kind of doesn't go the way you want it to. So that's what we're discussing today, what to do, how to adjust for that. Yeah, so today's example is writing a book or a movie. Right. So often people start these tasks, thinking that they're going to be able to write, and they won't have any writer's block. Yeah, there won't be any distractions. They'll have a set schedule.
They will not be interrupted by phone calls.
Yeah, they won't be interrupted by phone calls, emails, children, animals barking.
And when they want to say
and when they
want to say the movie or say the book.
Yeah, so finally they get it written, and then they want to sell it, and
they went to a coffee shop.
Right, and they assume that they'll just be sitting at a Starbucks one day and some awesome producer will just read their manuscript and they'll be discovered.
And they're not bad. They're wishes.
Yeah, and quite simply put, as great as that sounds, and as much as we would love for that to be a plan, it's not. That's not a plan, that's a wish.
Most of the time, we're stuck into wishes.
Yeah, and life is not a Disney movie, so most of the time your wishes don't come true.
Yeah. Well, and then if you expect that, then you're getting effort.
Right, and if that's what you're going through life expecting that your wishes are just going to come true, well, you're kind of setting yourself up for some disappointment. Yeah, so another example would be, say, like saving money.
And you don't expect, you don't expect, the unexpected come up.
Right, and so often when people have this goal of saving money, they don't plan for the unexpected to come up.
They don't think about the company bringing out
Right, so they don't think about, say, like the car breaking down or the home repairs or...
yeah, or the kids, or the medical.
Yeah, or the kids getting sick or, just a whole, the house, well, you said a home repair already. Yeah, so there's just lots of things there.
Yeah.
And it's really sort of...
It's really, if you don't think about it and don't get ready for it, then you will be disappointed.
Right. If you don't think about these things and you aren't getting ready for them, then inevitably you're going to be disappointed. It's just how it goes.
But, no, and how you're going to be disappointed, but how you react, I really get disappointed.
Yeah, but then, anytime you don't reach the goal you want, you're going to have disappointment. I mean, you just are. It's human and it's natural. But your reaction is what you can control. And how you react is important. But Sourena, can we roll back for just a second?
Yeah.
When making our plans, like the one about saving money, you're right. Some things are, you just can't foresee.
Yeah.
But things say like a car repair.
Yeah. You can reach out somewhere.
I'm sorry?
You can reach out somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you kind of know if you have a car, there's a good chance that it's going to need some kind of maintenance. I mean, it's a car, and it's going to need maintenance. That shouldn't be a surprise. Now, maybe you're surprised by the extent of the maintenance, but putting something aside for maintenance and putting that into your plan shouldn't be something that you don't do. Just like a house. If you have a house, you know you're going to have maintenance on it.
It should not surprise you.
Yeah, it shouldn't surprise you.
And more it should not derail you.
I'm sorry?
It should not derail you.
And more importantly, like Sourena just said, it shouldn't derail you. So even if you do get surprised, you aren't derailed. And there's a big difference. Exactly. There's a big difference between being surprised and being derailed.
Every time I get my treatment, it's between and $1,000.
All right. So can we just sum it up and say that getting your chair fixed is a financial undertaking?
Yeah.
Yeah, a significant one.
And every time I know it's a listen to surprise, and it's a listen to but I can manage for 2 things. I say it is, and I'm wrong.
All right, so what Sourena said was this. Getting his chair fixed is a financial undertaking, a serious one. That's just how it is. And every time, and he knows this is going to happen. Every time it happens, he is a little disappointed, but he's not really surprised. I mean, you've been in a chair since you were 6 years old?
Yeah, but
yeah, so you've been in a motorized chair for most of your life.
Yeah.
So at this point, you're not surprised that it's going to need maintenance.
Yeah.
You might be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not again, but I'm never surprised.
But you're never surprised because you know it's a chair and this is what's going to happen.
I can't manage that.
Serena calls it as handicap tax.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Yeah, but
you don't let this derail you from what it is you're trying to do.
no.
You don't let it stop you from, say, saving money the way you want to because you've already prepared or you've allowed, as you call it, breathing room into the plan for these things.
Let me give you a micro example.
A little micro example?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're good.
Yeah, this is one that anybody who has children probably can relate to.
If you're good.
All right, so if you have children.
And I have an hour.
And you have to leave in the house in a half hour.
Don't wait until 5 minutes. I have to get on the shoes.
Right, you can't wait until the last 5 minutes to ask them to put on their shoes.
I mean, absolutely, they can do it, but 99% of the time.
Oh, please.
99% of the time, when I do the bathroom, when I
yeah, something's going to happen. If you wait for the last 5 minutes to tell your children to put on their shoes before you have to walk out the door, it's inevitable. Someone's going to need to use the bathroom. Someone's not going to be able to find a shoe or a sock. Someone is going to, I don't know, whatever you can come up with, someone's going to do it, and you're not going to get out of the house. In fact, you're going to end up putting their shoes on for them in those last 5 minutes, and probably not having shoes on yourself.
And let's see that does happen. Let's see that happens. Let's see you hope for the best and I'm for the worst. Then you get take advantage of opportunity more.
So what Sourena said was this. Let's say you do hope for the best, plan for the worst, and the best is what happens.
You just carry the momentum, the habit into your next goals.
Right. Then you get to carry the habits that you acquired into your next set of goals.
We have been doing other kinds of photographs because you're not, the thing that is kind. Right.
So one of the things we do is we do online classes, and to sell those online classes, we go on Facebook. We sell Facebook. We use Facebook ads, and that space is interesting.
No, I think that it would be as easy as putting out a front, doing that.
Yeah, so you just thought it'd be like a two-step process. Yeah, just a two-step process.
But it's
not exactly.
It's a lot more involved.
It's a lot more involved.
It's
a lot more
involved. I had to use multiple consultants.
Yeah, you had to use multiple consultants. It's just what we thought was going to be an easy process. Basically, it's not nearly as easy as we thought it was going to be.
But I understand that it could be that way. And yes, I'm teaching, but I'm not discouraged. I don't get discouraged.
Right, and so, Sourena, there's some disappointment because you hope for one thing. You're really hoping that something's going to go a certain way. You're thinking it's going to go that way. And then it doesn't go the way you were hoping and thinking it would. So, yes, there's a disappointment that's there. Are you derailed from what you're doing? Or have you stopped your mission? No, you continue on with the mission. And fortunately, there was space in the plan for things maybe not going the way you hoped.
Yeah, and you really don't want to overplan because if you're overplanning, things that you plan or evolve and be you are not to take on
Yes. So what Sourena said was, look, you don't want to overplan things, because if you overplan it, then you don't let your plan have a chance to breathe and evolve and take on a life of its own. And, you'll miss opportunities and some of the richness of the plan for it to fully develop and be all that it can be if you're too rigid. I have examples of this.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So, as a mother... Yeah, we'll get to the teeth. Yeah, as a mother, I loved planning kid birthday parties. Oh my goodness. I would start like 6 months before the kid's birthday party. We gotta plan your party. I'm all in it. Love it. And what I learned in the planning of the parties, though, is if you plan out every moment of the time, then you miss out on opportunities for the kids to just be, and for the party just to kind of develop. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For things to happen organically.
If you say,
Exactly. It's like a vacation. Those vacations that you go on and somebody has planned out, like the schedule of the vacation is more compact than the schedule that you have any other day in your life. It's like at 8 we're going to do this, at 9 we're going to do that, and just looking at that schedule is stressful. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Mm. If you had it planned like that, then you never have a chance for the bonding to occur and for people just to take a breath and kind of enjoy and relax, and for, like I said, the organic experience, this things just to kind of happen, and for the plan to kind of take on a... Right, so when you go on vacation, you don't plan.
No, when I go to Hawaii, I don't plan.
So when you went to Hawaii, you didn't plan?
I don't plan anything.
Right, so you're going soon and you're not making a plan. Because that's how you truly get to enjoy the experience, and it just kind of comes about.
I just want my kids see what they want to do. If they want to do something, we do it. If they don't want to do something, we don't do it.
Right. If your kids want to do something, great. If they don't want to, that works too. So before I became a mother, I was a teacher. And one of the things I know about plans from that is we are encouraged. In fact, not even encouraged. We are evaluated on our ability to make sure we plan and execute those plans. One of the things I found, however, was that sometimes it's important not to stick to the plan, to just kind of let the class happen, let the students ask questions freely for as long as they need to, and not be so stuck to the plan, because some of the best results and some of the best discussions came from students just asking and responding, and just, and that was when I was an English teacher, that would be when they really become one with the material, for lack of a better way to put it, and truly engage in the class. So it took stepping away from the plan to be able to really get the full benefit of what you were trying to accomplish.
Even if when we do the same thing.
Yeah, so we do these every week, as you know, and
we do we interview, but I would say each week.
Right, so we do. We come here with a plan. We don't just start talking.
And
do that.
We have an outline.
Now there's a basic outline.
And then we have goals.
And we have goals of things that we want to say. But within that, there's space for tangents, or I like to say running down a rabbit hole. There's space for that, and there's space for just letting the plan kind of, like Sourena says, breathe and grow. Because there's something to be learned. There might be a little nugget or a gem in there that you would miss otherwise.
Every grade sports team, I had a plan for the unexpected.
Right, so what Sourena said was that sports teams, when you look at them, if they're going to be good, they're going to need to have a plan for the unexpected.
a football team, they're not assuming that's going to be 50 to 90 halftime.
Right, so like a football team isn't going to assume that it's going to be 50 to nothing at halftime.
Or they don't assume that they're not going to get intercepted. Or they know that stuff is going to happen throughout the game.
Right, they're not going to assume that there won't be any interceptions or sacks or, running backs always going to make first down. Nobody's assuming that.
Can you imagine if we planned our life like that?
That we always plan for the best?
Yeah, there's always time. And then we will not expect anything bad to happen.
Yeah, can you imagine if people did that? What if you planned your life only thinking the best was going to happen? That you never had a contingency plan? That you never thought something could go a different way?
And you know what? I'm not a pessimist. I'm optimist. I'm optimist.
Right.
But,
you're an optimist, but that doesn't mean that you always think things are going to be perfect.
But there's a difference between being optimist and being unrealistic.
Right. So I said, look, I'm an optimist. But there's a difference between being an optimist and being unrealistic.
Yeah. I believe that the mere idea of perfect is enemy to me.
Right. Sourena truly believes that the idea of perfect is the enemy of amazing.
Nobody has
Right. Nobody has a perfect life. Perfect just doesn't really exist. It just doesn't.
And to me, I'm like a head with policy is understanding and we can do succeed with obstacles.
Right, so you said that success is about understanding that perfection doesn't exist and learning how to succeed. Well, it requires that you learn how to succeed in spite of obstacles and challenges.
Yeah, because if there were no obstacles and challenges, that would be boring.
Sourena said, look, if there weren't any obstacles and challenges, then life would just be boring.
Think every food.
Sourena said, think of your favorite football team.
Even if they were 7-0 every game.
And if they win 7-0 every game.
70.
Oh, 70-0 every game. Then you're going to get bored. You're going to be mad.
Bored.
Yeah. I remember those days as a Laker fan.
Yeah.
And you get a little bored because you knew what was going to happen in some of the games. Yeah, it seems like a long, long time ago. And honestly, as a Laker fan, I miss those days.
I do.
I'm not going to lie, a little perfection now and again in a sports team isn't so bad. A little boredom.
Is it, but if 90 different 10 years, that was so boring.
You said that would be so boring?
No, a good game is changing. A good game is changing.
A good game is tension?
Yeah.
It's true, it is. It is. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like as a Laker fan, we've gone through some hard times. It's time to get back to our little boring life.
Really?
Yeah, we're from LA. If you don't know this already, we're from outside of LA, so.
Yeah.
So we can't help but like the Lakers, and we can't help but be a little sad by not having a little boredom. Yeah, you guys all know what Murphy's Law is. What can go wrong will.
Yeah.
Well, know that isn't just a saying; it kind of is true. And so, when we say your plan needs to breathe, we kind of mean that it needs to have space for Murphy's Law, and it needs to be able to adjust for those occurrences.
Before we go, I'm going to get tricky. and planning.
Okay, so we're getting ready to go, but before we do, we're going to give you 3 keys for planning.
Your plan needs to be detailed, but
Your plan needs to be
detailed,
but not rigid. Detailed, but not rigid. You got that? Your plan needs to be detailed, but not rigid.
Yeah, you have to know where you want to go and how to get it.
Right. You need to know where you want to go. You need to know how you want to get there.
So it's something take a week longer than it takes.
If something takes
A week longer.
But
it was better in the long run.
It may be better in the long run.
Then give it a week.
And then give it a week?
Yeah. And then, number 2.
Number 2.
Go with the flow.
So go with the flow.
No, yeah, every goal has every flow.
Every goal has
Every flow.
ebb and flow.
Yeah, it's not good, it's not bad.
Some good, some bad.
And you gotta work to be, you gotta, if you don't quite get the flow.
And if you don't go against the flow,
No,
don't go against, kind of go with it.
Yeah, go with it.
So go with the plan and kind of.
So if you need to address it, address it.
If you need to address something, address it.
But don't fight reality.
But don't fight reality.
Because mercy, if you fight reality, you will lose.
Sourena has a saying that if you fight reality, you're gonna lose. So don't fight it.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you fight reality, you lose.
Sourena, I'm not joking. If you fight reality, you're gonna lose.
I tried to fight it.
You tried to fight it? Did it punch you in the face? Land you on your tail?
Yeah. If you go outside and 20 degrees, you get cold.
That's true. If you go outside in shorts and a t-shirt, dress like it's summer and it's 20 degrees outside, how are you going to catch a cold? Pardon? Yeah. At least that's how people in SoCal think, because we're not used to 20 degrees. It might be different other places. Yeah. And what's number 3, Sourena? Because right now we have the ebb and flow. We have the don't fight reality.
Be flexible.
The last one is be flexible. You want to be structured, but you don't want to be rigid.
My stage partner is very busy.
Sourena has a stage partner, and the stage partner is crazy busy.
I understand that. I understand that if I work with them. I understand if I work with him.
Right, and so Sourena understands that, hey, working with this guy means...
I gotta be flexible.
Yeah, you need to have some flexibility.
Yeah.
Sourena needs to have some flexibility in this plan.
And I gotta keep doing. That's what the disability taught me.
That's what your disability taught you?
Yeah, because I need help. I need to take advantage of her when I can get it.
Right. So what Sourena said was that his disability has taught him that, look, I need a lot of help, or he needs a lot of help. And you know what? I'm going to have to be flexible sometimes because it can't always go exactly my way because I need so much help. And let me tell you, Sourena really means that. Do you remember that time I told you that I was so sorry because I accidentally spilled your drink on you. Do you know what you told me? You said, well, I need a lot of help. And I said, even bad help? And you said, yeah, even bad help.
Yeah. And I have a budget too.
You have a bonus tip?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you plan, if you plan something but not really,
If your plan is flexible and not rigid,
you can see, there might be opportunities that you can find.
then you'll be able to seize opportunities that maybe you didn't think of before.
Yeah, you have the to really take advantage.
Right. You'll have the ability to really take advantage of those opportunities.
Let's go back to the movie example.
Okay, let's go back to the movie example. So you've written the movie, you're shopping the movie.
Yeah. Let's say that you have the movie. Let's say that best case scenario.
Best case scenario is going in your direction.
Then and then you meet the guy. You meet the first person for you. You meet the first person.
You meet
The person.
the perfect producer for you, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can, like that, you can think of that. You can take a line of the opportunity because you're done.
Right, and then you're able to take advantage of the opportunity because, you don't have such a rigid plan of who you have to meet and where you have to meet them and all these other things. So because you meet somebody who may not have been part of the plan, you're able to take advantage because you're able to see that it goes beyond maybe the details or the vision that you initially had, and there might be other opportunities out there for you to grasp.
Yes. Someone else really this to and when you have a good weekend, you do it so well.
So this is Sourena Visegi, and I'm Jamila Doolin, and we want you to go out there, be successful, be amazing, and have an amazing weekend. Thank you.